You woke up today with that weight on your chest. That pain that doesn't let you breathe right. That heaviness in your heart that makes even the simplest things feel impossible. I know because I'm talking to you right now, and God put it in my heart to tell you something you need to hear today. He sees you. He sees that pain you're carrying. And before this night comes, before the sun goes down, He's going to bring peace to your troubled heart. Maybe you've been crying in silence. Maybe you've been holding on, pretending everything is fine, smiling when people ask how you are, saying, "I'm okay," when inside you're breaking into 1,000 pieces. Maybe you're sitting there right now, feeling like this weight is too much, like you can't carry it one more day. And you're tired. So tired of pretending. So tired of being strong. So tired of waking up and feeling this same emptiness, this same ache that won't go away. I want you to know something. That pain you feel? It's real. Your tears are real. Your struggle is real. And God knows every single tear you've cried. He's counted them. He's seen you when you thought nobody was watching. He's heard you when you whispered prayers in the dark, when your voice was so broken you could barely get the words out. He's been there in those moments when you felt completely alone, when the silence was so heavy you thought your heart would stop. You see, there's something about pain that makes us feel isolated. It makes us feel like we're the only ones going through this. Like nobody could possibly understand what we're feeling. We look around and everyone seems fine. Everyone seems to have their life together. And here we are, barely making it through the day, carrying this burden that feels heavier with each passing hour. We start to wonder if God has forgotten us. We start to ask, why me? What did I do to deserve this? How much longer do I have to suffer? But let me tell you what God wants you to know right now, in this very moment. He hasn't forgotten you. Not for 1 second. Not for 1 heartbeat. Your pain hasn't been ignored. Your cries haven't fallen on deaf ears. Every single moment of your suffering, He's been right there with you, holding you up when you didn't even realize you were about to fall. He's been carrying you through the darkest valleys, even when you felt like you were walking alone. There's a reason you're watching this right now. It's not by chance. It's not an accident. God led you here because He has a message for your heart. He wants you to know that relief is coming. Peace is coming. The calm you've been desperately searching for, it's coming. And it's coming before this night falls. Before you lay your head down to sleep tonight, He's going to touch that place in your heart that hurts the most. He's going to bring a comfort that you haven't felt in so long. I know it's hard to believe when you're in the middle of the storm. When the waves keep crashing and you can barely keep your head above water. When every day feels like a battle and you're running out of strength to fight. I know you've prayed before. I know you've asked God to take this pain away. And maybe you're wondering why He hasn't answered yet. Maybe you're starting to lose hope. Maybe you're thinking that this is just how life is going to be from now on. But God's timing is not our timing. His ways are not our ways. What feels like forever to us is just a moment in His eyes. He sees the bigger picture. He knows what we need and when we need it. And sometimes, He lets us walk through the fire not because He's punishing us, but because He's preparing us for something greater. He's building something in us that can only be built through struggle. He's teaching us to depend on Him in a way we never have before. Think about it. Before this pain, maybe you thought you could handle everything on your own. Maybe you were so busy, so caught up in life, that you forgot to talk to God. Maybe you only prayed when things were really bad, when you needed something desperately. But now you're talking to Him every day. Now you're seeking Him with your whole heart. Now you understand what it means to truly need Him. And that's not a punishment. That's a gift. That's Him drawing you closer because He loves you more than you could ever imagine. Your pain has a purpose. I know that's hard to hear. I know you'd rather just have it gone, erased, like it never happened. But God doesn't waste anything. He doesn't allow suffering without reason. Every tear you've cried, He's going to turn into testimony. Every dark night you've endured, He's going to turn into a story of His faithfulness. Every moment you wanted to give up but didn't, that's going to become strength for someone else who's going through what you're going through right now. So hold on. Just a little longer. Because the breakthrough is coming. The peace that passes all understanding, it's on its way. God is about to do something in your life that's going to make you look back at this moment and understand why you had to go through it. You're going to see His hand in everything. You're going to see how He was working even when it felt like nothing was happening. You're going to see that He never left you, not even for a second. And if this message is speaking to your heart right now, if you feel that God brought you here for a reason, I want to ask you to do something. Subscribe to this channel and leave a like on this video. Not for me, but so that more people who are hurting, who are carrying heavy burdens just like you, can find these words. So that God can use your simple action to reach someone else who desperately needs to hear that they're not alone. That relief is coming. That God sees them too. Before the night comes, my friend, God is going to calm that storm inside you. He's going to speak peace to your troubled soul. He's going to lift that weight you've been carrying. You just have to trust Him. You just have to believe that He's working, even when you can't see it yet. Because He is. And very soon, you're going to feel it. You're going to know without a doubt that God showed up for you today. That He kept His promise. That He never fails. Never. You know what's interesting about God? He doesn't always work the way we expect. We want the loud miracle. We want the instant answer. We want to wake up tomorrow and have everything fixed, everything perfect, all the pain gone like it was never there. But that's not usually how He works. Most of the time, God works in the quiet. In the gentle whisper. In the small moments we almost miss because we're looking for something bigger. Right now, while you're carrying this pain, God is working. You might not feel it. You might not see it. But He's arranging things. He's moving pieces you don't even know exist. He's preparing people to cross your path. He's opening doors you haven't even approached yet. He's planting seeds of hope in the soil of your suffering. And all of it, every single bit of it, is leading to the moment when He's going to bring you that peace. That calm. That rest you've been longing for. I want you to think about something. How many times in your life has God already come through for you? How many times were you sure it was over, sure there was no way out, and somehow, someway, He made a way? Maybe you forgot. Maybe the pain you're in right now is so big that it's blocking out all the memories of His faithfulness. But take a moment. Think back. Remember that time when you thought you wouldn't make it, but you did. Remember when the money ran out, but somehow the bills got paid. Remember when your heart was broken, but He healed it. Remember when you were sick, and He restored your strength. He's the same God today. The same God who brought you through before is going to bring you through now. His power hasn't changed. His love hasn't diminished. His promises are still true. What He did before, He'll do again. And this time, this pain you're carrying, it's not going to be the exception. It's going to be another testimony of His goodness. Another proof that He keeps His word. Another reason for you to praise His name. But I understand. I understand that when you're hurting, it's hard to have faith. It's hard to believe when every day feels the same. When you wake up and that pain is still there, waiting for you like an unwelcome guest that refuses to leave. When you pray and it feels like your prayers are bouncing off the ceiling, going nowhere. When you read His promises and they sound beautiful, but you can't seem to feel them in your heart. I understand that struggle. And God understands it too. He doesn't condemn you for your doubt. He doesn't turn away from you because your faith is weak right now. You know what He does. He comes closer. He holds you tighter. He whispers, I know you're tired. I know you're struggling to believe. But I believe for you. My faith is enough for both of us. Just hold on to me. Just stay close. I've got you. That's the kind of God we serve. A God who doesn't demand perfection from us when we're broken. A God who meets us right where we are. And here's what I need you to understand. The pain you're feeling right now? It's not going to last forever. I know it feels permanent. I know it feels like this is your new reality. But it's not. It's temporary. It's a season. And seasons change. Winter doesn't last forever. The cold, dark nights eventually give way to spring. The flowers bloom again. The warmth returns. Life comes back. And that's what's about to happen in your life. Your winter is ending. Your spring is coming. The new season, the season of peace and joy and rest, it's right around the corner. God is about to do something beautiful in your life. Something you can't even imagine right now because you're still in the pain. But He sees the finished picture. He sees you on the other side of this, smiling again, laughing again, living again. He sees you telling someone else about this very moment, about how you almost gave up but didn't. About how you held on even when everything in you wanted to let go. About how He showed up just in time, just like He promised He would. You are stronger than you think. You've survived every difficult day so far. Every heartbreak. Every disappointment. Every loss. You're still here. You're still breathing. You're still fighting. And that's not by accident. That's God's grace holding you together. That's His strength keeping you standing when you should have fallen. That's His love reminding you that you matter, that your life has purpose, that your story isn't over yet. There are people who need to hear your story. People who are going to face the same kind of pain you're facing now, and they're going to need to know that it's possible to survive it. They're going to need to hear that God is faithful. They're going to need your testimony. So you can't give up. You can't quit. You have to keep going because your breakthrough is not just for you. It's for everyone God is going to send into your life after this is over. And I want to pause here and ask you something. If this message is giving you hope right now, if you're starting to believe that maybe, just maybe, God really is about to calm your pain before night falls, would you share this video with someone who needs it? Would you leave a like so that more hurting hearts can find these words? Because that's how God works. He uses people like you and me to carry His message of hope to others. Your simple action right now could be the answer to someone else's prayer. The calm is coming. I need you to believe that. I need you to hold on to that truth with everything you have. Before the sun sets today, before you close your eyes tonight, God is going to touch your heart in a way that brings you peace. Not because you've earned it. Not because you've been perfect. But because He loves you. Because you're His child. Because He made you a promise, and He always keeps His promises. Always. So breathe. Take a deep breath. Let go of the worry for just a moment. Stop trying to figure everything out. Stop carrying the weight all by yourself. Give it to Him. Hand Him that burden. Tell Him you can't do it anymore. Tell Him you need Him to step in. And then trust that He will. Because He's already on His way. The answer is already in motion. The peace you've been praying for is already headed straight to your heart. I want to tell you something that might change the way you see this moment you're in right now. What if this pain, this struggle, this unbearable weight you've been carrying, what if it's actually the last push before your breakthrough? What if you're standing right at the edge of your miracle, and the only thing between you and God's peace is this one final test of faith? What if the reason it feels so hard right now is because the enemy knows your deliverance is close, and he's trying everything to make you quit right before you receive what God has promised? Think about a woman in labor. The hardest contractions, the most painful moments, they come right before the baby is born. Right before the blessing arrives. Right before everything changes. And that's exactly where you are right now. You're in the final moments before God brings forth something beautiful from all this pain. You're about to give birth to a new season. A season of peace. A season of joy. A season where you'll look back and understand why everything had to happen exactly the way it did. God hasn't brought you this far to leave you now. He hasn't carried you through all those other storms just to let you drown in this one. No. He's been preparing you. He's been strengthening you. He's been teaching you to trust Him in ways you never had to before. And now, right now, He's about to show you why. He's about to reveal what He's been doing behind the scenes while you were crying in the dark. He's about to turn your mourning into dancing, your sorrow into joy, your pain into praise. You see, God specializes in the impossible. He loves to show up in situations where there's no way out, where every door is closed, where hope seems lost. Because that's when He gets all the glory. That's when everyone knows it wasn't you who fixed it. It wasn't luck. It wasn't coincidence. It was Him. It was His hand moving in your life. It was His power breaking through. It was His love refusing to let you go. And tonight, before you lay your head down to sleep, you're going to feel something different. You're going to feel a shift in your spirit. That heaviness that's been sitting on your chest, it's going to lift. That anxiety that's been keeping you awake at night, it's going to fade. That fear that's been whispering lies in your ear, it's going to lose its power. Because God is speaking peace over you right now. In this very moment, as you hear these words, He's calming the storm inside you. Can you feel it? Can you feel that gentle touch on your heart? That's Him. That's God reaching down from heaven, wrapping His arms around you, telling you that it's going to be okay. That you're going to make it. That everything you've been through has not been in vain. That He's proud of you for holding on. For not giving up. For keeping your faith even when it was just a tiny flicker, barely holding on against the wind. I need you to make a decision right now. I need you to decide that you're going to receive this peace. You're not going to push it away. You're not going to tell yourself you don't deserve it. You're not going to hold on to the pain because it's become familiar. No. You're going to open your hands and let God fill them with His rest. You're going to open your heart and let His comfort flood in. You're going to accept that this is your moment. This is your time. This is when everything changes. Say it out loud if you need to. Say, God, I receive your peace. I receive your calm. I let go of this pain. I trust you to heal my heart. I believe that before this night is over, you're going to do exactly what you promised. You're going to make me whole again. Say it and mean it. Because your words have power. Your declaration of faith releases God's hand to move in your situation. Your trust activates His promises. And from this moment forward, things are going to be different. You're going to wake up tomorrow and something will have shifted. The weight won't feel quite so heavy. The pain won't cut quite so deep. And day by day, step by step, God is going to continue the healing He's starting right now. He's going to restore what was broken. He's going to rebuild what was torn down. He's going to bring life back to the places in you that felt dead. You're going to smile again. Real smiles, not the fake ones you've been forcing. You're going to laugh again. Deep belly laughs that come from genuine joy. You're going to feel excited about life again. About waking up in the morning. About what each new day might bring. You're going to remember what it feels like to be at peace. To be content. To be grateful. And when that happens, you're going to know without any doubt that God kept His word. That He came through for you. That He loved you enough to calm your pain before the night fell. Before we finish, I want to ask you one more time. If God spoke to your heart through this message, if you feel His peace starting to settle over you right now, would you take a moment to subscribe to this channel and hit that like button? Not because I need the numbers, but because someone else, someone who's hurting just like you were at the beginning of this video, they need to find these words too. They need to know that God sees them. That relief is coming. That they're not alone. And your simple action could be what brings them here. It could be what saves them from giving up. So please, be part of spreading this message of hope. My friend, as we close, I want you to know something. You are loved. More than you could ever comprehend. More than you could ever measure. God's love for you is deeper than the ocean, higher than the heavens, stronger than anything you're facing. And that love, that powerful, unshakable love, It's what's going to carry you through this night and into a brighter tomorrow. The sun is going to set soon. The day is coming to an end. But you're not ending with it. You're beginning. You're starting fresh. You're stepping into the peace God promised you. And when you close your eyes tonight, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel the calm. You're going to feel the rest. You're going to feel Him holding you, whispering, "Well done, my child. You made it. You held on. And now, here's your reward. Here's the peace I promised. Sleep well. Tomorrow is going to be better. And I'm going to be right here with you through all of it." God bless you. He's already calming your pain. He's already bringing you peace. Before the night falls, you're going to feel His touch on your weary soul. Believe it, receive it, and rest in His perfect love. Amen.